Hey everyone! The field of dreams fallacy is ruining your design system rollouts. Just because you built it doesn't mean they will come. Stick around as we unpack the empathy-driven playbook for driving design system adoption across your entire enterprise. Let's jump right in.
Look, creating unified visual guidelines and code snippets, it's a fantastic achievement. But here's the harsh truth. If you don't integrate it properly, that gorgeous system you built is just going to gather digital dust. So we're going to explore how shifting your entire mindset, literally treating your design system like a living, breathing internal product, can completely change the game for team adoption. Right off the bat, we've got to talk about the field of dreams fallacy. You know the saying, right? If you build it, they will come. Well, in the world of design systems, assuming a beautiful, well-engineered system guarantees automatic adoption is a dangerous myth. If you think you can just drop a link in a Slack channel and boom, the whole company magically changes how they work, there is just no way. We have to remember that change is inherently hard, and people genuinely like their comfortable, established workflows. To put it into perspective, building the actual components, writing the code, setting up those neat little Figma libraries, that is only 20% of the work. Seriously, a whopping 80% of your effort has to be pure evangelism, psychology, and change management. It is all about convincing incredibly busy product teams to just drop what they know and trust this brand new, centralized system. So let's dive into our agenda for today and see how we can actually execute a successful rollout. We'll start with number 1, the field of dreams fallacy, then move into number 2, treat it like a product. After that, we've got number 3, start small with an MVP, followed by number 4, the white glove pilot. And we'll wrap up with number 5, internal PR and community. Starting with section 1, the field of dreams fallacy, understanding and overcoming resistance. So before we can convince anyone to use the system, we really have to dig into why they're hesitating. We're dealing with two very strong opposing forces here. On one side, designers are terrified of the straitjacket. They're thinking, is this just going to turn me into an assembly line worker dragging and dropping pre-made blocks? And then on the flip side, developers dread the migration tax. I mean, they are evaluated on shipping features fast, right? So adopting a new system just looks like this giant, tedious refactoring chore that's going to totally derail your sprints. We absolutely have to empathize with these very real fears.
And this brings us to a brilliant quote from Nathan Curtis. A design system isn't a project, it's a product serving products. To really validate and overcome those fears we just talked about, this is the mindset shift you have to make. It is not a strict rulebook, and you are not the UI police. Instead, it's a living product designed to handle all the boring, repetitive stuff, think focus states, padding, basic component architecture, so that your designers and developers can actually focus on the fun stuff, like solving complex user flows.
Which leads perfectly into section 2, treat it like a product, tailoring your value proposition. Think about it. If your design system is a product, you have to know your target audience. A generic one-size-fits-all pitch is just going to fall flat. Look at how we can tailor the primary benefit here. When you're talking to designers, you pitch rapid iteration and a unified UI, a toolkit that just wipes out redundant work. For developers, you lean into scalable code and having a single source of truth. And when you sit down with product managers, you've got to speak their language, predictable timelines, reduce technical debt, and getting to market faster. It's all about making it relevant to them. But hey, talk is cheap, right? To truly win them over, you have to show them some tangible, short-term wins. Don't just sell them on some grand 5-year vision. Show them the immediate impact today. If you can actually track your metrics and prove to a team, hey, a button redesign now takes us 5 minutes instead of 30, that right there, that's a massive, undeniable win that will instantly get everyone's attention. Moving on to section 3, start small with an MVP, avoiding the big bang release. So a huge pitfall we need to avoid is trying to get full component coverage right out of the gate. Seriously, ditch the risky big bang release where you just dump 50 new components on a team and wish them luck. You need an adoption-first approach, an MVP. Step 1, audit your existing digital properties to find where the actual pain points and discrepancies are. Step 2, implement your design tokens. And then step 3 is where you slowly add in those high-value components, but based entirely on real user feedback, not just guesses. Now, you might be wondering, why start with design tokens? Well, as a light lift with a super high impact, tokens give you a fast, easy way to sync up visual consistency across your software. We're talking colors, spacing, typography. You get to fix all that without the initial headache of forcing teams to adopt really heavy, rigid UI components right away. It's an easy win, it slides right into their current workflow, and it proves the system's value without causing chaos. Next up is Section 4, the White Glove Pilot, testing the waters with empathy. Okay, so rather than walking into a massive legacy app and demanding they rewrite their entire UI overnight, which, let's be honest, is a guaranteed recipe for resentment, you want to try a Trojan horse approach. Go find one friendly product team that's just starting to build a small, impactful new feature. Offer to embed your core team right there with them and give them the true white glove treatment. Hand them completely frictionless tooling, native Figma libraries, VS Code snippets, storybook integrations. Make the right way the absolute easiest way. Once that feature launches faster and cleaner, I promise you, that success will become absolutely contagious. But remember, during this pilot phase, you have to keep an open, continuous feedback loop. Think of it exactly like beta testing a consumer app. Create a dedicated Slack or Teams channel, log every request or bug meticulously in Notion or Jira, and run regular bi-weekly retrospectives to knock out any blockers. You want to catch those bugs early and validate your decisions before you ever attempt a wider rollout. Because if your internal users feel like you aren't listening to them, adoption is going to plummet.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, internal PR and community, cultivating system champions.
To hit true organizational scale, you can't just be a dictator. You have to build a shared community. Treat this like a real go-to-market consumer launch. Run an internal PR campaign. Take the system on a roadshow. Pop into weekly team meetings for quick 15-minute demos to show exactly how much time you're saving them. Send out newsletters and release notes celebrating the team's wins. Give your system an official, memorable brand name so it feels reliable and established. And hold public office hours. You want to find those loud, enthusiastic designers and developers and turn them into your biggest system champions. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative question to really challenge your internal adoption strategy. Ask yourself, are you just building a design system and crossing your fingers that people magically use it? Or are you actively selling one, treating it like a beloved product that genuinely makes your team's lives fundamentally better? At the end of the day, the code and the designs, they're just 20% of the journey. The real magic happens when you focus on the humans actually using them. Thanks for joining me on this explainer.